Folks, we are back. It's playoff time as we continue the playoffs for College Football 25 or the CFT for College Football 25. I am that other guy alongside my broadcast partner, Brownsville Gamer.
And welcome as we begin another playoff matchup. This time, it's the third-seeded Texas versus the sixth-seeded Missouri. And look, if you're watching this game and you're wondering, can Missouri be one of those teams to pose a really big upset against a really stellar team like Texas? We're going to find out today, and I'll put it this way. With a top 20 matchup, hopefully we're going to see some really good football.
Well, as we see here, Missouri do have the home field. Even though we're at neutral field, they are as the home team. As the crowd is mostly Missouri fans, which is kind of surprising to me.
And what's even funnier is the fact that although Missouri is considered the home team, Texas may not have a lot of people on the field, but I bet you back home in Austin, everybody's watching this national quarterfinal.
Oh, I can greatly agree with you.
And look at the rush by the defense. A near safety stops them at the 2-yard line. Now it's second and ridiculously long. Could possibly be a safety, but no, there's enough space. But again, they only move about 2 yards, making it third and really long.
So long, you couldn't even say the number. It's crazy.
I don't even think they're going to make much of it, especially on a running play. I don't think that's a smart move by Missouri at all.
They must not trust their quarterback if they ran into 3 straight plays.
And with that, that's a very easy return with great field position for the Longhorns. And right there, they're going to stop around the 40, so around the 40. Yeah, actually the 41.
What kind of tackle was that? But anyway, we see Quinn Ewers. Let me ask you this question before they get to their first drive. Do you think Texas is dangerous?
I mean, take a look. Right now, we see the running back, number 23, going for a pretty good run, blue. And with that, they're under the 20. And look, Texas has had a really good run. They're 5-1 going into this quarterfinal.
Oh my goodness!
At number 23, that's a Longhorns touchdown, and it's like they just gave way and made enough space for Blue to just walk on by with a Longhorns touchdown. I was referencing that Texas is 5-1.
Oh my goodness!
And bounces off the upright, and that's not going to count. It's going to end up staying 6-0 Longhorns. I was mentioning that they're 5-1 going into the quarterfinal. Mm-hmm. Their only loss was against Notre Dame, and that was a close one, a nail-biter, 31-29. But they were able to beat Troy, UNLV, Tulane, Florida State, and Oregon State to make it to a national quarterfinal. Missouri, they're playing with the house's money. They're the sixth-seeded team, and they're 4-2. They've lost 2 games only to Oregon State and top-seeded Georgia. Look at that rush! And that's going to put them way behind with another 3 and out. And it just looks like Missouri is just not getting things together. The Tigers are quiet right now as they just pissed away another down for another drive.
As we see they go for their second 3 and out, let me ask you this also. What does Mizzou have to do to combat with this powerful Texas offense? Can you tell me, is there any strategy they need to do? Is there any, way?
Well, for the defense, they got to shut down number 3. I mean, this quarterback is extremely dynamic, and we saw another example of how they can just exploit the defense. Bond, number 7, was able to make that great reception, putting them way at the red zone at the 8-yard line. I mean, if you can't contain them, especially when they have excellent field position, Texas is just going to take advantage of it.
And then bouncing off defenders, they're already in the red zone already. And
that's another Longhorns touchdown.
Oh, boy.
Make it 13-0, and we're still in the first quarter with about close to 2 minutes remaining. And Texas is not wasting any time lighting up the scoreboard. Can the Tigers respond? We'll see right now as the kick is being set to place. And it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Probably going to stop at the 15, about the 5, maybe the 15 they can stop. And it looks like that's going to be nearly the case at the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10 with about close to 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
They're going to jet touch pass.
And number 3 tries to do much, but only gets about 4 yards.
What do you think Mizzou has to do? Do you think they need to start going through the air? Because we've been seeing a lot of running plays so far, and it hasn't been working.
I don't think that the Tigers have a confident quarterback like number 12 that can shoot it like Quinn. But they do need to exercise options outside of the pass.
No, they need a line because this line
it's just collapsing, and they're just leaving the quarterback vulnerable. And this quarterback is not a scramble type of quarterback. He just feels comfortable in the pocket, so he's that exposed.
How did you get this far with this line? Like this, they haven't protected the quarterback this entire first quarter.
Well, look, Missouri, they've had some tough teams, but the wins that they've had, Liberty, Washington, UNLV, and another touchdown by the Longhorns, and they are just trying to set this really out of reach as early as the first quarter, and with that awkward field goal, it makes it in.
Hey, extra point is good. That's all that matters.
So now it's 20-0, and keep in mind, Tigers have to figure out a way to respond quickly. They don't want to be in a quarterfinal matchup going into the second quarter down near 3 possessions.
I mean,
this is not the position that Missouri should be in at this point. Number 8's trying to do something with it. Couldn't do much. It's now 3rd and long.
I don't think they trust his quarterback. Look at this. He has no time to back up.
But at least he had the confidence to keep it mobile, and it's going to be enough for the first down. I mean, look, if you see an open running lane and the defenders are not able to do much, you take advantage of that gap. And number 3 does that and will get about an extra few yards on top of the first.
I think I just noticed that was their first down in the first quarter, and all they do is throwing checkdowns.
I mean, I wouldn't say first. I think it was the second because the quarterback off the run got the first down.
No, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I meant that run was their first down in the first quarter.
And here goes the pass to end the quarter. Number 1 is going to go for about 5 yards. Nope, 6. And at the end of the first quarter, it's all Texas, 20-0.
They got to do more than checkdowns. You got to throw the ball more than 5 or 6 yards down the field. Look at this. Negative 23
They
yards.
are not able to run at all. And even the passing game is abysmal. Under 40 yards in just the first quarter. Texas nearly 80 in the air. And right now, number 12 makes it for a play action. And 87 couldn't do much with it. Only knocks off a yard. Doesn't decide to go, but the play action is going to stick with it, but too many defenders with a pick by number 4, and that's going to be a Longhorns turnover, first one in the game.
Who in BVG, correct me if I'm wrong, but who does a play action check down?
I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do. They weren't trimming anything off in terms of the lead, because that's another touchdown. Oh, what the hell is that? And number 0 wasn't able to catch that, causing a fumble, but Texas recovers. What a bonehead move by Texas. What were they thinking?
If I was the coach, I'd have benched him, because what the hell was that?
That was irresponsible. And look how much work that the offense now has to deal with to try to gain back lost yards. You went backwards, and now, still in the red zone, but they could have had the 6. And number 23 tries to see if he can get to first down, will sneak it in, keeping the game going. Number 23 will safely get in for another Texas touchdown. What the hell was that?
You guys had a 80-yard bomb only for him to ladder it backwards? Was he trying to celebrate and before he got past the goal line?
I think that Texas is getting ahead of themselves. Yes, the scoreboard makes it justifiable, but if you're a coach, I bet you are steaming mad, because this is not the type of discipline that you need your team to ignore at a game like this.
Like I said, if I was the coach, I'd have benched that wide receiver. I'd have benched him for the rest of the game.
That was just careless. And right now, number 8 tried to trims off about 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and manageable, and sneaks it in again to the halfback. This time will get the first down. And they're just trying to keep the running game going because the passing game was well exposed for that Texas pick. And here we go now with the running back, number 8, going for about not much of a gain, in fact, of a loss of 1. Number 12 scans, steps back, slants, doesn't get much, only gets about 5. And again, they have to deal with a 3rd and relatively manageable 7. And stays in the pocket. This is what I was telling you. This is not a scrambler quarterback. He will take his time until he can see an open
But
receiver.
my thing is, you can't take your time when you don't have a line.
Texas is too fast. They're way too fast for you to just sit there that idle. And now, number 3, they're going to show how fast they are on the passing game with another reception by number 2. And look at that. Like, this is just insane. With another reception for a touchdown, it is now 33-0.
Make that 34-0.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe it.
I have no words. We are about less than 2 minutes away for halftime, and it's already 34-0. Did you think, BVG, that this would be the score going into this game?
I would be lying to you if I said that this is going to be the score, but I did tell you that Texas is going to show why they are the best.
Goodness.
And that's a safety for 2 points. And I mean, Texas, congratulations. You've made history. You're the first team of the modern CFT era to score a safety in the playoffs. Wow, what is Texas not doing in this game? Look at this by number 2. They're just making the Tigers look like a JV team. Like, what is this? And another reception for a first down.
Yours is
152 yards with 3 touchdowns thus far. And another reception, this time to the tight end, number 85. And that's going to be another first down. First and 10 at the 9. 85 says no thank you. Makes it to the 1. It looks like they're just going to try to sneak it into number 23. Just like that for another Longhorns touchdown.
He just shoved that man at least a couple inches off the ground. This is getting ridiculous. It is going to be 43-0, and we're not even 40 seconds away from halftime.
All right,
and
people,
they missed another extra point. What is going on with this kicker?
What is going on with this game? Like, if you were to tell me that, hey, Texas, I know you said you have them to win. By this point in the game, they would be up by 42. I would say, what are you smoking, and can I have some? Because I can't. I mean, as much as I love Texas, and much as I think that they're going to win this game easily, another pick and dives it in. Why? I mean, it's like Texas is literally trolling Missouri. This is just
it has to be, because
this is a troll move. I feel like he did that intentionally. And there we go with another incomplete pass. Make it 3rd and long at the 9.
Ewan's getting kind of careless.
Interesting third situation, matter. But it doesn't matter because the Longhorns are going to just continue to add more points on the board. It is now 49-0.
You mean to tell me that the Texas Longhorns have scored 49 points and we're not even at halftime yet?
This is just, I don't know. Are the sliders on low here?
Like another sack.
This is
7 sacks.
They have done 7 sacks.
And one of them led to a safety.
1 half, including one for a safety. Number 8 manages to get out of that. I mean, they're way behind, 3rd and 17. But who cares? It's halftime. Look, I'm going to say this right now. If you are Missouri thought that they had something to prove. They were the lowest seeded SEC team making it to the quarterfinals. And I know they had a chip on their shoulder just knowing that there are 3 other SEC teams that are in the tournament. And they're just as good, but no, even better than Missouri. And they had to prove something today. They are not doing a damn thing.
Texas is just having their way.
And look at that again by number 2. And this is a long one. Golden
he's not going to drop it this time.
Is Golden. Goodbye. And that's another touchdown by Golden, number 2. This is insane.
56-0, ladies and gentlemen. This, by far, has got to be one of the most lopsided games we see since we've been doing this tournament. Actually, no, I take that back. In the playoffs.
No. You are correct the first time. This is the worst game that I've ever seen from a player.
Even
in
worse than Troy versus Ole Miss?
Absolutely, because...
Wow. We're gonna touch on that later, but I'm surprised.
This is god-awful. The points don't matter, although it's still right into the third quarter, in the beginning of the second half, and we're looking at a 56-0 blowout.
With an 8th sack recorded just now.
This is not the... that should have been another pick. Butterfingers, that should have been a pick. That could have been the third right there. But look, this is the worst game I've ever seen because Missouri doesn't know how to capitalize as consistent as they need to do against a Texas team that is just on fire. Every single possession that they've started with under the 20.
Oh my goodness.
And number 23 is just exposing them. It's like...
I mean, through the air, on the ground, they cannot be stopped.
They are dynamic. They're getting points on defense, and we're not even talking about picks yet. And they got 3 of them. This is just insane.
I mean, all aspects of the field, they are just toying.
And look at number 23, trucks through another first down. No, short. But look, at this point, if they get another touchdown, I mean, it's long over. But I'm going to tell you this much. If they get this next touchdown, I'm convinced this is the team that's going to win the national championship. Because I don't see any team posting scores like this. I don't even think Georgia can do something like this.
So you mean tell me off of one game you're proclaiming that we're looking at the next...
We're looking at a national championship team, or bare minimum, they're going to be in the finals. Like, if they're not in the championship game, I would be shocked. And they managed to get the snap out, and another touchdown by Texas. Look, you know what? I've been really quiet.
Whoa.
But I'm gonna say this right here, right now. If you are a fan of Missouri, turn off this video. Stop watching. Don't think in any way that you think this team is gonna come back. Missouri, you're not talented enough. This game is over. You're not even playing for pride. I don't even know why the hell the Tigers are still on the field. This is a joke.
Oh, they got something.
Yeah, they got something. Enough yards to try to go for a third and manageable. But guess what? They're still at the flipping 20. And number 8 gets the ball. But number 8 from Texas responds.
They're not going for without?
Of course not. They're flipping cowards. Like, why the hell would they even try to go for it?
That was almost a roughing the kicker.
Yeah, like it would matter anyway. Number 11 gets the ball, makes it to the 45. I mean, when Texas gets field positions like this, with a team that is just so fast, they're just going to eat it up. They're going to eat it up like it's Jell-O. This is the biggest gimme that Texas have had in this entire tournament. I mean, Texas had matches where, I mean, the point differentials, sure, 5-point leads, 10-point leads, 20-point wins, but 63?
And we're not even at the fourth quarter yet.
Look at what Texas is doing. They know that the game is over, so they're burning out every little second off the play clock. And rightfully so, especially now they got 30 inches. They're going to get the first down because why the hell not? It's not like Missouri has any real response for them. And if you're saying I'm getting ahead of myself, watch this. I mean, we're going to watch, because I'm pretty certain they're going to run the clock in about 20 seconds, an opportunity where the O-line is going to figure out a way to make it very easy for number 3 to get a running play off by number 23. And it's going to, I bet you money, this is going to be at least a 5-yard run. Here goes number 23. That was 5 yards.
Don't look at me. I have no words.
This is Texas. Texas does not have to do anything but just stay alive. They just have to breathe, and they will win this game. Missouri, there is no shot in hell. You know what's funny? When you look at the word Missouri, you know what word pops out right now? Sour. Their performance is utter sour.
I thought it was going to be the other word. Oh, my God. Look at this.
What, miss? Like they missed their chance to win this game from the beginning?
No. You know which word I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, if it's what you're trying to imply that starts with an F, obviously I'm talking about a team. But we're talking about the name of the team.
No. I mean, a word that describes people that are really not supposed to be here.
Sure. But
I don't know if he was going to say that. That's why I tried to stop.
The clue was it's their name. And there are many other things that I can use using these letters to describe how terrible the Tigers are. I mean, this is just an absurd moment for Missouri. Like, they have no response. Number 23 goes for the run. He's going to get the first down. Actually, no. It's going to be 30 inches, but they're just going to sneak it in back to number 23 again. Why the hell not? It's not like they're clogging any gaps for 23 to, like, make a decent run. Clock is ticking down to about 5. Needs to get the snap out. Will do. Gets it to number 23. Easily makes it, but can he get it for the touchdown? He will! And that's another touchdown by number 23. I am just so god dang tired. Like, I'm tired. I
thought you was going to talk in reference to Missouri. I guess you're tired.
I am so bored. Like, I'm talking so much because this game is that much ass.
Well, I mean, this is 3:34 left to go in the fourth. This game is pretty much academic.
I feel like I want to do the crosswords.
We still got a game to call.
What the fuck's the point?
Oh, the quarterback scrambling.
He's gonna make some movement. Gets the first down.
Ooh.
Did you see that by number 91? I mean, don't get ahead of yourself. Get it? Because he was ahead of the court. What a failure.
3:14 left to go in the fourth.
Gets another first down. Number 1.
What the hell was this at all game?
And now Missouri's like,
I mean, am I lying?
Hey, would it be funny if we can try to get a touchdown even though we're down by 70? Well, they were down by 2 yards on that one. Pushes them back.
You know the word I'm going to say.
Just say it at this point. What's the point of even holding it back?
Wait.
Quarterback number 12 is going to keep going.
Oh, my goodness.
For all that work, only knocks off a yard. 3rd and long. And this is how...
Oh!
Bam! Number 5.
It could be a 70-point game breaker.
It's going to be a touchdown, and you must be smoking crack if you honestly think... Seriously, are you literally just talking out of your ass?
Missouri just hit a 70-point
No. Don't try to, like, ignore my question. Are you speaking out of your anus?
I have to do anything to back for myself because this game is just...
I mean, you don't have to talk out of your ass. Like, this is just
Relax.
Game breaker, homie. I mean...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. What game breaker? And don't calm me down. You were the same guy that tried to shut me up last week in terms of talking about this team. No, I'm not saying. I'm going to say whatever the damn well I please because Texas has demonstrated everything that I've been saying from the beginning of the tournament. So no. I get to say the fuck how I please at this point.
Okay, man.
Okay, man, my ass.
We still got a game to call.
I am calling the game. This game is over. I don't know what else is there to call. Yes, the Tigers got a touchdown. Whoopity-doo. Extra point was good. La-di-da.
I just said game break. You just went off.
Exactly, because it's fucking absurd.
It's a joke.
What joke? The game? You don't need to crack jokes. Let the game do it for you. Like, this is a joke to begin with.
Hey, man.
Hey, guys, game breaker.
I say that all the time. Why you
so tasteful this time around.
Anyway, it's one.
If this is your attempt of optimism, 8 out of 10.
I know. I was just being funny. I wasn't trying to be. I know this game is over.
I don't know why you need to be defensive. I just said game break, and I'm like, yeah, sure. In Bizarro World, for instance, another pick. I guess that's pick number 4. So here we are. For all of our friends who think that a 70-game game breaker is possible, y'all need to put down the dope. Here goes number 23, and that's going to be not a first down, about 4 yards gain, but who the hell fucking cares? Like, this is just, why are we still here?
Because the clock hasn't reached 0 yet.
Can it? Can it please go any faster? I'm excited as a fan, but even I'm bored.
Well, this is what happens when we have high-scoring games.
Super boring as shit. And here we are now.
What, you wanted a shootout?
Yes. Actually, yes. I would like to see this thing that we would call a competition. This is not competitive. This is not competitive at all.
Well, we wasn't expecting this, honestly.
I was expecting a blowout, but I wasn't expecting a 777 game right now, 77-7 right now. I mean, Missouri is not the lucky one in this situation. Like, this is just sad. And with 36 seconds going down the clock, about 10 on the play clock, I don't know why they just didn't call a kneel.
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to run up the score.
And they're going to go for it again. What the fuck? Anyway, Extra time. What the fuck is
Do we
this?
need extra time?
Yes, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Well, we still got to get through the final.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Texas. Obviously, they'll be moving on to the national semifinal. I want to be more jovial, but it's just sad. Player of the game goes to Jadon Blue, number 23, the halfback, 167 yards for 3 touchdowns. But the reason why I'm being this way is because every time I've mentioned Texas...
Well, before you say that, it's extra time, folks.
Here we are. I have to say this because every time I mention Texas, I feel like as if people are thinking I'm dick riding Texas. Like, if this game does not demonstrate the superiority of the program, nothing will. Nothing will. And you can't say that Missouri is a gimmick. This is a 3 versus 6 seeded game.
To be honest with you, I don't know what to say.
I got something to say.
Whoa.
What? What? You got nothing to say?
I'm going to get something out.
Go.
I know.
Yeah, delay the inevitable, but keep going. Delay the inevitable, but keep going.
Do you remember what I said last week about Troy? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, you swore to God that they would beat LSU.
No. I'm talking about during the extra time. Did you remember anything I said? No,
they were out of my mind the moment they lost.
Wow. Okay.
It's true.
Where do I begin? What I will say, the production that I saw on the field was pretty much non-existent, and I don't know. I can't even say the lights were too bright. They didn't show up, and all aspects of the field. I mean, the O-line was abysmal. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. It didn't exist. You guys were down big in the first quarter. Too many checkdowns. You did a play action screen pass. I've never seen that before. The quarterback just was keeping the ball for an eternity. Too many damn sacks. Your defense couldn't cover the safety. Your safeties couldn't cover anybody. Your corners couldn't cover anybody. I mean, Texas just ran down your throat. They bombed you. They over your top head. It was just utterly just an embarrassment. And again, this was a team that was a 6 seed, and they played like... BVG, do you know what this team reminds me of? I can't believe I'm going to say this, and please don't curse me when I say this. Do you know what this team reminds me of? Do you know what I think Texas played?
Who?
Bishop Sycamore.
Wow.
I mean, Texas...
I mean, if you're going to go that far off the cliff, you might also say they were facing FCS Northwest. Like, I think the reality is a few things. Okay. But I want to let you say what you got to say before I jump in.
Okay. Last thing I'm going to say before I have BBG have the floor is, unfortunately, Missouri, I don't want to say frauds, but they played like they didn't belong here. And unfortunately, they're another victim of a team that just... I mean, this tournament is starting to show that the Power 5 run this tournament. This is not the tournament of old when small and mid-majors...
Well, I mean, I got to correct you there because Missouri is not from a mid-major. They're from the SEC.
Well, they play like a mid-major.
And prior to that, they're in the Big 12.
Okay.
They're not from a mid-major.
Thank you for correcting me. I apologize. Thank you for correcting me. But the way they played today... I would have kicked them from the SEC. You were an embarrassment to the conference.
I mean, look, if this was like soccer and, redelegation was possible, maybe there's a case to be made. But here's what I'm going to say now.
Okay.
3 things. Mm-hmm. Number 1, bitch, where my money? Because I was right. Number 2, I was right. And number 3, yeah, go ahead. You can make all the noise you want because number 3, I was absolutely fucking right. I won't go as far as you can walk off the set because I was right. Number 1, Missouri had no chance to beat Texas. They had no chance to beat Texas. But did Texas have to exploit Missouri like that? I don't know. I think that this was just...
You see that, folks?
That's just the one part that no one expected.
I kept my end of the bargain. I kept my end of the bargain. Here you go.
Let me see this. I will buy a beer.
You can't buy a beer with $1.
Somewhere down the road I could. I'm going to take this $1. I'm going to buy a beer. And I'm going to pour it to the dead homies of Missouri. No, they play like there were zombies. They play like they were dead. Like, this is what makes this so frustrating is the fact that this game, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this game diminishes all of the wins they had to get here. It makes the fact that beating Oregon was a flop. It makes it seem like Washington was bullshit. It makes it seem like Liberty and UNLV were only the teams that they could be. And it's sad because a 19th ranked team should not be exposed to this nature. It's embarrassing.
I don't know, because another team was ranked higher than them. And anyway,
Ole Miss didn't lose by 70 points.
They lost by 50.
Not 70.
It's still bad regardless.
I agree, but what's worse, 50 or 70?
Both. I'm sorry. Both. You got blown out in a... Anyway.
What is the higher value? 50 or 70?
None of that. You got blown.
Oh, that's bullshit. You do have to care because it dwarfs the fact that Ole Miss was that bad.
Doubled their... Texas doubled... Missouri...
It was worse. Like, what? It was worse. And it was against a team that was in the top 20 in the country and was 4-2 and in the middle of the bracket. Ole Miss didn't even win a game. So that's like comparing apples to rocks. It's not the same. This is worse.
I was saying... No, the reason why I was saying it because... sorry. Ole Miss was a higher ranked team. I was saying that in that aspect.
Sure, but even in that aspect, it dwarfs it because, again, they were also... they were higher ranked. And again, let me repeat, in case people haven't heard me for the fourth time, they're all from the same conference. They're all from the SEC. Texas, Missouri, all from the SEC. Ole Miss from the SEC. So the whole thing is that this is not some shit where you're hitting a bunch of non-mid-majors. You're hitting your own fucking conference and you're getting blown out by 70. In real life, that would never happen. And I know it's a game, obviously, but Jesus Christ.
We see teams in real life getting blown out really badly.
Fine, but to this magnitude and you're playing in a playoff game? Look, if I saw this in an early prelim game, I would say, yo, Missouri, you are rusty as hell. You need to knock that rust off quick and find your groove. No, you shat the bed in the first round of the playoffs miserably. There's no excuse. You can't bail them out.
I'm not trying to.
I'm not saying you are.
Oh, you're just saying
I'm saying that there are arguably fans that are gonna... No, because you're making it seem I'm putting words in your mouth. I'm not.
I was saying I apologize.
You don't need to. We're talking sports. Okay. We are adults. All I'm simply saying is that there is no excuse that can be made for Missouri.
I can't justify an excuse, honestly.
It is terrible that we had to watch a game of this nature. As a fan and as a commentator... This was painful to do. Yes, I am wasting a lot of time on extra time because I wanted this extra time to be 2 minutes and be like, yo, shout out to Texas. They did their job. Give me my money. Goodbye. No, you made me sit here, and I'm not saying you motherfuckers of Missouri made me sit here for 25 minutes to call a game where you guys did not give a damn. So I am pissed.
I'm surprised he didn't look in the camera and say that, but hey, he pointed...
Yes. This piece of shit team made me waste 25, 30 minutes of my life that I can't get back. And honestly, any fan of Missouri cannot say a single word other than, you better not do this shit next year if you have any chance of winning a championship. Missouri is going to have a lot to prove going into college football 26.
They need a new quarterback.
The CFT will be not missing Missouri by any means. And lastly, I'll end with this. This demonstrates another point that as of now, this quarterfinals is straight chalk, right? The only game that's left now is Georgia versus Oregon. And that's the top seed versus the 8th seed. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If Oregon poses the upset with Georgia, I will give you back your money and double it.
Ooh, $2.
Yeah. From the guy who lost one. You would like to take it back, but I'm saying this much.
You wanted it to buy a beer that doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah. You don't know the hood as well as I do. I can get $1 beer somewhere. But
I wouldn't drink it.
I would. But here's the thing, right? Georgia versus Oregon.
That got speed past that. Like, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I did. I'm not taking it back. I'm moving forward.
This guy.
Georgia, I can't see a world that Oregon's going to pose an upset. Do you?
Wait. You've been saying this since we've announced the teams.
Right.
Look, Georgia and Texas right now look like they are the teams to beat. However, like we've said, on any given game, the tides can turn. And I'm not saying this is going to be blown and Georgia's going to dog walk Oregon, but I feel like Oregon, I think this is going to be a fight. I think Georgia's going to have to kill them to win. It's not going to be a blowout.
I'm saying they will. I'm saying it will be a blowout. I'm saying it won't be like this. For the love of God, please don't let it be like this. Like, do you want to sit through another commentary moment where we have to see this shit again?
Oh, no, because if you think I'm going to do extra time for that, if that's the case, and if there's extra time, just give them their congratulations and go. No,
if I see something like this, I'm packing up the set at the fourth quarter.
We can't do that.
Oh, watch me. I will. Like, I will pack up my mic and my cans. You can still sit here if you want. I won't.
I don't think you're going to walk off.
Oh, I did before on an extra time I did.
Yes, but that was because what happened was just embarrassment. You couldn't believe it.
And you honestly think that the fact that I'm still sitting here composed is probably the dollar I won that's still keeping me in this seat.
Because you have a favorite. You don't have no dog in that fight.
I actually do. My opinion is it would be nice if Texas faces Georgia in the semis. That's kind of the reason why I want Oregon. I want Georgia to beat Oregon so Texas can beat Georgia and Texas can win the championship.
But what happens if Oregon wins?
If Oregon wins,
I think they'd be dangerous. If they can take down the boogeyman, then
if Oregon wins, that would be the biggest upset of the tournament. And honestly, if you manage to pull off an upset against the undefeated Georgia Bulldogs, yeah, you have the total right to brag and say, yeah, this is a new tournament, baby.
Because as far as I'm concerned, in this tournament, Georgia's the boogeyman, and if you can take down the boogeyman,
well, isn't that famous quote? To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yes,
here we are.
And in this instance, Georgia is the man. But if any team outside of, I don't know, maybe, no, I can't really think. And that's no disrespect to the other teams in this tournament, but what we've seen.
That other guy, we're going to be watching two of the fastest offenses go at it. I don't even think. Do you think this will be more of an offensive or a defensive throwdown in this game?
As far as from the teams?
In terms of the two teams left, Georgia and Oregon, in the quarters. I think it's going to be a very fast-paced slinger. But I do think that Georgia's going to be up by like 15, 20 points.
I think in this instance, for Oregon, they have to breathe down Georgia's neck. If they give Georgia any wiggle room, this game can get out of hand early. Oregon has to set the tone when they get these possessions, because if they make one mistake, it can cost them the game. But we're going to see.
With that being said, that's what's left. It's going to be Georgia versus Oregon, and then after that, we'll announce the semifinalists that will move on to the Final Four of our championship. If you liked what you've heard, I know that things get a little heated here in BVG Studios when we do these games, but hey, we kind of like the action. We kind of like where these things are going, and you can't help but to be a little overexcited when you see a storyline like this. But if you like all of this, please like and subscribe. Till then, this is BVG.
And this is that other guy. Thank you for joining us for another exciting edition of the College Football Tournament for College Football 25. Folks, we're getting closer and closer to the end, but we thank you for being here, and we will see you again next time.
Until we meet again, have a good one.
Sorry, Missouri.
You guys thought you had a chance.
All right. Enough. I let you.
I told you so, bro.